Hello everybody, this is Mateo, and what the heck are these things? I wonder. Well, they're all different colors and they're running away now. Alright then, see you, blue thing. Oh wait, is it gonna battle me? Okay, apparently not. Not right now, at least. Those three are actually a random battle! Like, oh god, against something new. Oh my god, it's a shiny! No, it's not, it's not. Unfortunately, I already got a shiny Abra. So, you know, whatever. Yeah, shiny Abra's cool, shiny Coughing is also cool. I like Coughing's shiny sprite, he's all blue and stuff, which is really neat. But that's besides the point, I really like the color blue. Most shades, in fact. There are certain colors that I only like certain shades of. Like, green, for instance, I only like certain shades of green. Like the health bar, I like that shade of green, but once you start getting like darker shades of green or whatever, for whatever reason, I really don't like them. Really light ones as well. Like a really bright yellowish green. I don't know. Maybe I'm just weird. But we're just gonna go ahead and catch this guy that we randomly found that I was hoping I would find at some point, and I did, so let's just go ahead. Oh, great. A single Great Ball. This is going to go fantastically. Indeed, let's just let it shake, 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 and apparently we got it. Okay, then. That works out, I guess. Okay, so now we have ourselves a Coughing. And I'm actually using Wheezing in my, current Fire Red playthrough. So yeah, really not going to be using it in this game, as well as Conroy used it, and you all know how that goes. I just don't want to use Pokemon that other Let's Players have really used, as far as I know, other than the starter, of course, because I mean, you really can't help that there are only 3 choices for that. Only option that you really have to avoid that is not using your starter, which I am a fan of using the starter. Maybe not all the time, like in my current playthrough of Fire Red, I have 12 Pokemon I'm using, and Charizard isn't always on my team. He is there for quite a bit of the time, but sometimes it's another 6 without him, so... But I still do use him. Okay, apparently we have another new Pokemon, or nope, just forgot to cut this out. Alright then, we get to watch a second Coughing, although I ran away from it, so it's all good. Okay, let's just get up and out of here, there we go. Okay, so that's that. We talked to Eusine, I believe. And Morty was here, but apparently he's left. That is actually the gym leader here, so I'm gonna guess that he went back to the gym. What is it with gym leaders in this game and them not actually being in their gym? Honestly, like, aren't they supposed to be accepting challenges or whatever? But nope, they're just all willy-nilly, not around. Well, this is really only the first time that that's happened, actually. Now that I think about it, but it becomes kind of a common thing. I mean, it only happened one time in Red, Blue, Yellow with Giovanni, the 8th gym leader. But everybody else was already waiting at their gym. It's just that the gym was blocked off by other people, like a lock in the case of Cinnabar. Or like, trying to think of one more thing. There was, oh yeah, the Team Rocket member standing in front of Sabrina's gym, so you couldn't enter that one. But either way, we have Sage Ping, and so we are going to battle him, and all the people here use Ghost-type Pokemon. Bit of a fun fact that most of you probably know. Gastly, Haunter, Gengar, and new to this game, Mischievous, are the only Ghost-type Pokemon in the entire game. Like, honestly, that's it. So, we have a whopping 4 choices to see here. And just going to note, there is not a single Mischievous here, so that leaves just the Gastly line to be seen here. It's a rather boring gym, needless to say. Like, honestly, Ghost-type Pokemon are cool and all, but this generation was really not the generation to, show off a Ghost-type gym, since there are only 4 Pokemon that they can possibly choose from. They've added a lot more in the future, and I would love to see a Ghost-type gym now. I mean, they had the one in Diamond, which is really cool. Actually had a variety of Ghost-type Pokemon, and I'd love to see another one 6th gen, just because it's one of those lesser used types in terms of gym leaders. As far as I can remember, yeah, I think there's only those 2. And way to go, he just cursed himself to death. Okay, Sandshrew learned Poison Sting. For whatever reason, it can learn that attack before it learns a ground type attack, obviously. Yep. Oh well. So yeah, unfortunately no Mischievous. That too, like, they could very easily just put a Mischievous in this area as well. Just a couple trainers have a Mischievous among all their Gastlys or something. But no, instead it's just nothing but Gastly and the occasional Haunter. Like, why? Oh well. The puzzle for this gym is that you have to basically make a snaking pattern. Whenever you fight a trainer, you have to go to the other side, directly left or right, and then one square away from the wall, you have to go up to the next one. So it's gonna make a bit of an S pattern. I'm going to be showing it off in this video, of course. If that explanation didn't make sense, I feel like I didn't make sense there, but whatever. Luckily, Ariados's Nightshade seems to be taking out half of their health every single time. So 2-hit knockouts are pretty good. Unfortunately, I really can't do anything else against them because Bayleaf, these guys are part poison type, so Bayleaf's Razor Leaf really doesn't do too much, as well as their ghost type, so normal type attacks like Cut, and I think it might still have Tackle or something, don't do anything whatsoever. So Bayleaf is kind of useless. This is going to be Ariados's show. So, on to the next trainer. I'll give you 3 guesses on what this guy is going to use. Have fun with that. Okay, so while we're battling all these ghost-type guys, I honestly really don't have anything to talk about. Shoot. You know, I kind of realized that this was the part where we fight Morty and do his gym and all the guys have nothing but freaking Haunter and Gastly. But it didn't really click in my head. Like, I kind of forgot that it's nothing but Gastly and Haunter. So, yeah, I probably should have quickly thought of something to talk about before we did all these battles or whatever. But it seems like we're pretty much almost done. There's just this one last lady person. And, of course, we're gonna heal up and whatnot. We're probably gonna go to the Pokemon Center before we fight the actual gym leader. Am I? Yep, I'm really doing this. Don't judge. I have a lot more potions than super potions. I'm pretty sure I'm out of super potions. I had to buy Pokeballs. Get off my back. Okay, well, this old lady wants to fight. And guess what, Gastly? I used to always think that Gastly was spelled with an H, like G-H-A-S-T-L-Y. And I still, most of the time, make that mistake. I really don't know why, but you know, whatever, maybe because Gengar has that GH thing going on. Yes, this is what I've resorted to talking about. This gym! This is really probably my least favorite gym in the entire freaking game, now that I think about it, just because of how unoriginal it is. I mean, the puzzle's cool, but the lack of Pokemon in the teams, it's no good. Also, I'm really not liking those spites, cutting down my Nightshade PP, making me unable to use it. Also, Sandshrew surely is getting close to evolving. I'm pretty sure it's like 21 or 22-ish, so he's getting pretty close, which is nice. So just go ahead and Nightshade it up. Gastly is faster than me for whatever reason, kind of surprising. Although then again, I guess they've always been faster than me. Gengar and his family is actually really fast. So, yeah, you know, whatever. Okay, so there we go. Talk to you, I guess, why not? And thus we are at the gym leader. So, I am going to go heal up or something, maybe? Yep. Just heard that little music change. I went to go heal and save. Okay, the rainbow-colored Pokemon now. This is what kind of saves the gym for me. How this guy talks about the rainbow-colored Pokemon and everything. And he basically is the one that's most aware of the lore behind the area in terms of like legendaries or whatever. And if I recall, there's no such thing in Gen 1, so this is really the very first gym leader that really contributes to the lore of the Pokemon universe, I guess. So that's kind of neat, but otherwise this gym sucks. You know why? Because even the gym leader uses Gastly. And it takes out half of its own health, and then Ariados is going to be all like, oh, look at the Nightshade. Apparently I didn't heal, though. Just by the way. But, oh, look at the Nightshade. You look at my bug, I make it all night and stuff, and apparently your ghost is afraid of that or whatever. Oh, man, it fainted. And before Curse can even do damage, I'm just going to switch out to Spinnerack, yeah, to Sandshrew again so he can get more experience, and that gets rid of the Curse as well. So your Gastly was useless. Next up, Haunter. Probably going to be the same story. Although I really must say, back on a positive side, I really like Haunter's animation when he comes in, like how he raises his hand up and then it half disappears. That just half disappearing is so cool to me because no other Pokemon does something like that as far as I know. So it's just really neat how they did that. It's just different compared to all the others. No, well, did that thing? Yeah, that thing just used Nightshade, which is a pretty good attack, I'd say. I mean, I've been using it this playthrough a lot, and I will continue to do so. Sandshrew going to level 19, gaining all of the experience. Also, Ariados is female, never realized that. I'm sorry if I ever called you a he, I'm pretty sure I did at one point, maybe. Okay. Luckily, he has a Gengar, which makes up for this even more. He has a different Pokemon that's really strong. And Gengar is really freaking cool, just by the way. He's another one of those Pokemon that I've always wanted to use in one of my games, but of course I couldn't because I had nobody to trade with. That's basically how it goes for every single trade evolution Pokemon, although Alakazam not so much. Machamp is kind of as well, but just all the trade evolutions, I've wanted to use them pretty much. And I never got to, and it's just really unfortunate. Oh, great. Last second hypnosis when we were going to faint the guy, the Gengar. Okay, looking for Awakening. There we go. Fuse. Wake up. There we go. And then he puts me right back to sleep again. Oh, nope, try Dream Eater. Dream Eater is an interesting attack that does damage if your opponent is asleep. Oh, honestly. And then you'll heal the damage that you do, or half of it or something. It's kind of like Mega Drain or Absorb or something like that, but it only works if the opponent is asleep. So it takes a little bit of time to set up, but then after that, you're good to go with that. It's not the greatest move because of how long it takes to set up, but you know, you could always try it if you want. Okay, so maybe this time I won't go to sleep. Way to go, 55% chance, or... At least in the newer games. I feel like it might have been higher or lower in this game, and they changed it to 55 later on. Oh well. And lastly, yet another Haunter. Oh, sure. Already fought 8 of them here, or something, I don't even know. Somebody's probably going to count, maybe, because I'm too lazy to. Probably should have been keeping count, but whatever. But I just hate areas with super repetitive Pokemon. Like... I hate to bring this one up, but Zubat in Dark Cave. In any cave, really. Or, in Ruby, Sapphire, Emerald, those water routes. I'd be cool with them and all if there were more trainers there that used, like, non-water Pokemon. Or if they used more than just the same 5 water-type Pokemon. Like, honestly, the lack of different Pokemon in those areas really bugged me, and probably what makes... Oh wow, actually using a Ether here. And unfortunately using Bayleaf's Death Water, you did a good job. But seriously though, the lack of like different Pokemon used in the last fourth of the game pretty much is what keeps that game, or rather that series of games, from being my favorite generation probably. But meanwhile, I absolutely loved 5th gen because of all the new Pokemon, and there wasn't a single, like, repeat Pokemon, like, no more Zubats in Dark Caves. Instead, we have Woobats in Dark Caves, which still sounds bad, but at least it's different. So yeah, that's yet another reason why I liked Black and White so much. Oh well. So, I managed to fill up that entire time somehow with talking. Barely talks about the video whatsoever, but it's nothing but freaking Gastly and Haunter and one Gengar. So I think it pretty much spoke for itself. And now, to end off this video, just to do a one last minute thing, we're going to have Sandshrew evolve because he is so close. At level 22, he becomes a pretty cool Pokemon. I really like his design, but unfortunately, at least in this game, he doesn't get too many good moves. And then, he's not in Fire Red, he's in Leaf Green. So yet another Pokemon I wanted to use, but I couldn't. Story of my life.